All right, here we are for round number 1. Fortunately, we're going to have to mulligan this, obviously. Well, that's much better, actually. Because it means that like our live draws become winners. We snap draw the ooze. Well, that's a little bad. All right. Well, we've got a play here. We've got an Elder of Laurels next, and then if he doesn't do much, we could even just travel prep him up. Ward on the wall. Oh, that's nasty. All right, we're not going to be travel prepping him up. We're just going to play an Elder of Laurels and then the Juggernaut. We're just going to curve out here. Hopefully we hit a forest on our next draw. That would be nice because it gives us a good shot at getting the Predator Ooze going soon. I mean, imagine if we had it down right now. Very good. But then again, that's why it costs triple green. Cool card, though. I can probably even bias my mana a little bit more towards green now that I think about it. We've got 2 of the, what's it called, guys? Do I want to get my free attack in here? He's left all of his mana up. If he blocks, I have to pump to make it a 3/3 and kill this guy and waste my entire turn. He probably won't block. Nah. I'm just gonna play it safe. I just want to get this guy down. I know he's got something. All right, he's got a Sea Kite, so he double blocks, and I trade my Cathar for his Sea Kite. And we're about parity on mana. That wouldn't be too bad, I guess. Now he gets to... No, he still doesn't really have a play here. I can just pump this thing to make it an 8/8. Probably just gonna swing with everything, depending on what he does with his mana. Bonds. No attack. Okay. Well, I guess it's time for some beats. So let's travel prep. This guy would be a 3/3 then, or a 2/2 here. Maybe I don't travel prep. Maybe I just swing in. I can make this a 5/6. He can only do 4 damage to it. Yeah, I'm just going to bash. He'll just take it. This guy, Predator seems like a pretty good target to just sit back and Elder of Laurels the hell out of somebody with. So he's going to take it. So am I going to be pumping here? I don't really have any other relevant play. I mean, travel preps is fine, but it's not really doing anything that just spending the mana to pump. Getting in for 5 seems pretty sweet here. He might have a plan next turn to like use his Scholar and do some stuff. Yeah, just take 5. We can just sit back and keep doing this. He's got to assemble quite a board or at least leave a bunch of mana up in order for us to not be able to do that. If we hit a green mana source, that's where things get a little interesting. Because I think we really just want to get this ooze down and start attacking with it. He's going to need another Bonds of Faith or a Griptide, or he's going to have to do something to get it out of the way. He ditched Unburial Rites? Okay, well he can flash that back on whatever he wants. I like his deck. The Bonds of Faith is very annoying because the Juggernaut was going to be amazing. 5-3. All right. Attack? Okay, so I guess we're just racing now. Probably suits me just fine. All right, we did hit a forest as well. So that means we can't travel preps, but we can leave up moment here. So yeah, let's just get our ooze on here. This sets up more inevitability for us, and it also increases our Elder of the Laurels pump for our next attack. Let's see what he's throwing away here. Niblis of the Mist. He shouldn't have any attack unless he can get the ooze out of the way. I mean, he can attack with this, of course, but if he goes for the equip here, he'll gain 8 life, but he'll just throw away his creature. We can make up that damage fairly quickly, thanks to Spectral Flight. All right, well, that changes things. Now he hits us for 12. He's going to move the cleaver over. So 10 lifelink in the air. Yeah. I mean, we can gain a ton back, but that's very good. Yeah, we got nothing. Can't get a 2-for-1 off him because we don't have the removal that we need. So we can attack him for a bunch, but he's going to hit us for 12, so we need to gain like a ton. Alright, well, let's just bash him. Trigger goes on for that. I'm not sure what he blocks here. I guess he could just block the ooze. It's not going to... He prevents the most damage that way. Okay, so we go here. 6, and then we gain 8. And we go to 11, and then we're just dead in the air. All right. Good game. All right, so do we have anything that can deal with that guy in the air? I guess we could probably bring in this. He had 2 targets that game that we wanted to hit. That we wanted to hit quite badly, in fact. I don't know if we want to pull our Burden of Guilt, though. That's a little awkward if it hits that. But I do think I think his deck has a lot more that we can hit. And I don't think we can really afford to throw away our Burden of Guilt, though, here. So we're just going to have to work around it. These cards seem all good versus him. Our flyers seem great. Good, I should say. Yeah, I mean, our deck seems okay versus him. It's just, if he's going to go all in on a creature like that, we're going to have a tough time taking care of it. I guess I'll cut the Inquisitor. I don't think he's going to be racing us like that very often. I like this deck to be leaned out still, too. All right, we are definitely on the play here. And this looks good. This is a fine hand. We're going to need to hit white mana at some point, but we're not in a major rush for it. Got to get some acceleration going here. Going to get an Elder down. We're going to get to travel prep up our guys and hopefully present enough threats to just beat him down really quick. If we hit white mana, we should be pretty good. he's going to upkeep tap our guy. All right, that's fine. All right, so we got this. Yeah, so let's just play a Cathar. Travel prep these two guys. And hit them. I don't want to put any more stock into this thing just because he can tap it down anytime he wants. Fiend Hunter or Elder. That's pretty good. Hamlet Captain. Sure, that's a nice rip. Oops. Gladly trade this for my Fiend Hunter, for his Fiend Hunter. If he gets greedy and doesn't leave mana for this, then we could be in a pretty good spot. No, definitely don't care about that. Oh, he forgot to tap this. That's nice. This guy gets pumped. See what he does here. Probably just going to block the Warden on the Villager. But he might go for the trade on the Hamlet Captain on the Stalker, which wouldn't be the worst. We've got a lot of options depending on what he does. He might just take the damage as well, in which case he's just dead. Guess he's got 2 mana available. I mean, it is weird that he didn't tap this thing down. He might have just thought I wasn't going to attack with it, though. If he has Moment of Heroism, we get pretty smoked here. Just think that Invisible Stalker is his win con, and he doesn't want to trade it off for the Hamlet Captain. Would kind of suck if he did decide to make that trade, though, because... Alright, he didn't block, so he's just dead. Alright, so now he knows we have that, which is a little annoying. Yeah, again, though, the Parasailing would have been great that game. I do wish I had that that Naturalize Plummet combo. Man, wouldn't mind that. No, this looks good. See if we draw a land here, and it'll kind of dictate what we do. All right, so since it's not a forest, I am just going to go ahead and run the Cathar out here. If it was a forest, I'd consider going green for Strangleroot Geist, because yeah, that's what these weird mana guys will do to your deck. All right, that's actually pretty good for him. Do I want to bluff him? No, because if he calls me, it's a big loss for me, actually. Because having Rally the Peasants in my hand just means I want to have as many dudes out as I can. Hit a forest, we'll probably just play the Geist. Right, Stalker's in there. But since I didn't hit a forest, I'm just going to play the Niblis. Actually, yeah. That's nice. I even get to attack. I didn't even put that together ahead of time. It's just like, hey, a little present from my buddy the Niblis, which is apparently a fountain with a sheet on it. All right. I take the damage points. All right. So he's got the sea kite here like every single time probably. So we're not going to be attacking him. We are just going to be playing this and saying go. Because if we run our Niblis into the sea kite, that's just stupid. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Not doing it. Not gonna do it. So now, ideally, we hit a forest. We play Strangleroot Geist and Voiceless Spirit, and then we go for a massive attack with Rally the Peasants, I guess. Pilgrim. Also not that bad. So let's get in there. I think he's just going to take it. Yeah, makes sense. We're going to play a Pilgrim. And we're going to play a Spirit. So now we just have to hope he doesn't have Cleaver. If he gets Cleaver going, we're just dead. I mean, he has to make a pretty big mistake. Anytime we want, we can untap our Juggernaut by just sacking our Cathar. But unfortunately, the Cathar has quite a bit of value to us just because it is another body and it's, 3 damage in and of himself. Although, if we do sack him, if we get the Strangleroot Geist down, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 extra damage spread across. So it's just easier to block, but we'll see. Yep, that happens. What you got? Nothing? All right, well, we can get pretty aggressive here. Fortunately, we can't do everything we need to do. But I think we can just use this attack phase as just a Strangleroot Geist attack. Because next turn we can sack the Cathar to untap Galvanic Juggernaut and then rally the hell out of him. This is like a free roll on the Strangleroot Geist just because even if he blocks with the Sea Kite, we get a bigger Geist and we get an untapped Juggernaut, which are both quite important to us. He's going to go ahead and do it. I think we're pretty happy to trade the interaction here. I don't expect that we'll see him attack with his Invisible Stalker or use his Deranged Assistant randomly for mana next turn, which is sad because they're going to trade off for this guy, but hopefully we can just get a huge hit in on him. Apparently he's out of gas. I'm surprised. All right, well, I was wrong. 1. On Barrow Rights, the One-Eyed Scarecrow? Attack me? Okay, well, we are going to definitely see what we draw. Scorn Villager. Alright, so if we attack with everything, he'll make some profitable blocks. We'll wipe his board. And we'll get in for a bunch of damage. I don't really know what else I need to hear because all of our guys are expendable at this point. So let's get in. He's probably going to trade the Strangleroot Geist for the Scarecrow. He'll put the Voiceless Spirit, the Sea Kite on the Voiceless Spirit, and then he'll block something, maybe just chump block the Juggernaut with his Stitcher's Apprentice. We're really leaning hard on our Juggernaut to get us there. Thankfully, the Voiceless Spirit is just going to eat the Sea Kite. Maybe he'll make a mistake and not block the rest. No, he's going to block. So we're going to trade off all these guys. And then we're going to get to follow up with a Scorned Villager as well. It's a little reckless. But he takes a ton of damage here. He takes, if he blocks that way, he takes 7, 10, 13. Yeah, so we put him to 1. Do that. And we have our flyer still as well. And his one-eyed scarecrow dies. Vigilance. Why not? So if he goes cast, equip, hit us for 4 with the cleaver, then he goes to 5 and then he's just dead. Niblets of the Mist is, that's pretty good actually. Oh, that's really good. Wow, nice rip. Still dead, but because he tapped this. Why does he keep he must have some flashback he wanted to do or something. But we're going to have 4 guys to his 2. He doesn't have enough mana to play the Hollow Hinge Spirit. Yeah, we're just bashing. We've also got Selfless Cathar activation, which I wasn't really thinking of, but maybe he's got Moment of Heroism. That would gain him 4, put him to 5, but he takes 2, 4, 5. Faith's Shield. So his creature... Oh, and he gains protection from white? So these are trading. Oh, no, it's from all colors, right? If it's... Oh, no, it's still that. Yeah, so those are still trading. So I get to untap my Juggernaut. All right. It's a fine play. He's got 3 cards in hand. He can flash back on Burial Rites on something. Still got a lot of pressure on him here, but we're not out of the woods yet. Having the Juggernaut on tap's kind of a big deal, though. I'm not really sure why he actually blocked here. Because he gave it protection from white. He could have killed our Voiceless Spirit, right? Sudden disappearance. To untap his guys. All right. Yeah, that was a little weird. But anyway, that was fun. Our deck, you know, I think that, I don't know if you guys can get a feel for it, but it's got a lot of tension to it, right? Like it's kind of all in, and we don't really have a plan B that much. Like this, the ooze is our only real sort of, okay, so they've stabilized and we're all locked up on the board and this is what we're going to do now. But I mean, we just have to run our guys in and kind of make it happen. So I wonder if I could have, if I would have sacked my guy, then I would have taken away. I'm trying to think of if I could have gotten in for lethal if I sacked that Cathar on that other attack. I would have gotten in for 3 more, but -3, so it's the same, right? Because I think I was only getting in with 4 guys, including him. Anyway, I'll go back and review it, but I might have missed it there. At any rate, the attack is for sure the right play just to set us up for potential victory. All right, we'll see you guys in the second round.